Hello and welcome to the NameThatFile video. NameThatFile has two principal functions. The first is to help name files with meaningful file names, and the second is to sort these files into folders and subfolders according to those names. Let's give you a quick demo. Let's start by naming, or in this case renaming, a file. Typically this might be a scan document with a date and timestamp as the file name, similar to this one. Of course, this gives you no clue as to the contents of the file, so let's give it a useful file name. Let's also open the destination directory so we can see the result. Let's choose Save As for this document and select the destination directory. You'll notice that the file name is highlighted, and this needs to remain highlighted when we open NameThatFile. It's useful to open it from the taskbar so that it can be easily used whenever we need to name a file. You'll notice that there are lists of what we term entries grouped into categories. These entries are subsequently used and selected to formulate the file name. You'll also notice that in this case there is a predefined order of categories which has been saved to and selected in a scheme. All this is fully customizable in the application. Let's generate the file name. Let's assume that this is a bank statement from the end of last month, being the 31st of August. We select bank statement, it's for John Smith, any bank, and the account is a cheque. You'll notice that this has been formulated in the file name text box. If we now paste the entire file name and minimize, it's pasted to our Save As box. We can now save this and see the result in our destination directory. To demonstrate again, we'll save the file with a different file name. Again, the file name text box must remain highlighted when we switch to NameThatFile. In this case, it will be an invoice for ABC Constructions, dated today. So we select today, invoice, ABC Constructions, and you'll notice how lists change depending on our selections. This is fully customizable in the application. In this case, it's No Leaks Plumbing. If we paste the entire file name and minimize, we can then save that document with a new file name. Let's now look at the file sorting part of the application. Let's open the source directory and the destination directory and switch to NameThatFile. To use the file sorting capability of NameThatFile, we select Sort Files from the main screen, and then we need to browse to the directory that holds our files. In this case, it's in Save Docs NTF. You'll notice that file names have been split into parts, delimited by underscores in the file name, and that a financial year has been assigned. In this case, June being the last month of the financial year. We then need to determine how we want the folders arranged into subfolders and choose a destination directory. Firstly, we'll browse for the destination directory, which in this case will be NTF sorted docs. In this case, I'd like the file sorted into financial year first, so subfolder 1 becomes year, then into the entity involved, which in this case is part 3, then part 4 being the supplier. You'll notice that as we do that, a preview becomes available to look at, and if we select any of the highlighted folders, the files that will end up in those folders are shown to the right. And of course, the file sort order together with the destination directory can be saved for future use. And both the source directory and destination directory are saved for use on another occasion. We now have the option of either moving or copying the files. In this case, we'll move the files so that we can see the results. Let's move the files. Move is complete, so if we now minimize NameThatFile, you'll notice that the Save Docs folder no longer has any files, and they've been moved to the sorted documents according to the order that we specified. As mentioned earlier, NameThatFile is a fully customizable application which is designed to save time for the paperless office. You can generate your own lists of entries for use in file names. You can enter a date or number in the file name and choose its position. Patterns of entries commonly used in file names can be saved into schemes for later use. And you can also save patterns of folder structures for sorting your files. Thank you for looking at NameThatFile, and please consult the manual on the website for a more comprehensive description of features.